Right. Kill some greenskins. Silly Solace moves there. If I move one, I can still attack. Zealand. Let's stay where you are, I think, actually. These lads mustn't move. I want to invite these greenskins to come through here. That's the right positioning for them. Fuck! I love that. That's such a satisfying crunch. So this is the second greenskin horde we're going to be killing. I think you need to do 3 to get the warlord out on a 3 skull mission. Ah, miss. Hold your positions, boys. Let them come. Nice. Oh, no. Little fucking goblin pieces of junk. What? Good hit. Tight. Rascar. I step up there. I can't step up there. Okay, stay where you are then. Hold. Hold. Yeah, there's no need to move there, I don't think. Like... that is a Hammer Raider, so I actually want Rascar to be in that position. It's Lord Nasty who can switch to the throwing weapon. I can shoot, miss, quick hands. But see, shooting the... that wasn't worth it. Could have got a second swing off with the Warhammer. So note to self, in that situation, don't use crossbow. Oh, Dane axe. Love it. Surely these little green fuckers are gonna run now. There's no way they stay here after this. Fucking rinsing them. Yeah, off you go. Run away, little bitch. Almost done with this fight. Well fought, men. I think the game's crashed. Clicked on it's over, but game has crashed. Shit. What do I want here? I want the tools. That'll do. You've killed little greenskins and big greenskins. Now it's time to kill the biggest of them all, a warlord. Savage has got to be footing around here somewhere. Oh, that's cheap. They're actually offering decent prices, but whatever. I need to just unload all of this stuff. Want to keep 4 great swords? I don't think I do. When am I ever going to use the great swords? It's a zombie horde maybe, but I mean everybody with their own weapon specializations are so good anyway. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's fine. $316. I'll pay that for tools. Tools have been so hard to come by. 90. That's 110. That's 150. That's 150. Bearing in mind that we are still in the market for one more ranged fighter. How is the low-level training going? 4 more battles, 3 more battles. I probably could have put the low-level boys in that fight. Metal plates and rivets, do I need those? Probably do. It turns it into a 145, but then plus 14 fatigue and makes it a 17 fatigue. It's not worth it. I think it's only worth it if I put it onto some basic mail. 51%, 294 EHP is pretty good. So what am I keeping the great swords for? I suppose I'm keeping them for a big fight against a whole swarm of Alp. But everybody already has their weapon specializations. Axe is fine, specialization is fine, spear specialization is fine, mace specialization. I suppose I can hang on to these great swords for an Alps. It's not worth it, just get rid of it. The axes, however, we can keep. The noble swords I honestly don't need to keep. The fighting axe, is that a fourth one? Well, there's one there on Sparrow 4. Another one there, that's a... oh yeah. I'm going to keep the axes though for Shrat hunting. That probably is worth it. We need to find ourselves a warlord. After the fight, George Warhammer, tank, sits gazing at his feet, looking completely knackered. As do the others. That was the battle I was born to fight. Now if I die, I will be alongside the bravest and deadliest bunch of men I've ever known. I'm proud to call them my brothers. This is met with a chorus of weary assent all round. Peasants talk of sweat, blood and tears, but the men of the 13th Legion have walked through fire and prevailed. 3 times the men shout about the company name, tired but victorious. In the days to come, you find that wherever civilized people gather, they point you out and whisper, whether in fear or admiration, you do not know. Everywhere you go, word of your mighty victory has traveled the land before you. Fuck yeah, who dare stands against us now? We'll take out the rundown cottage. This is... that's a lot of marksmen. For only 6.2% chance of a legendary. Marksmen and raiders, that's not worth stopping for, I don't think. No. I'm gonna clear this out, this little hut. My low-level boys. Crossbow. Shield breakers can both sit out. I want Lelouch to get into one of these fights. Yep. And Oaken Shield, definitely. Elan could technically sit out. David Ironheart get in there. I mean, he's more than leveled. Eric. Okay, well, for this fight, Lord Nasty, you definitely don't need that armor. That's much better. Get him. What daily rate, by the way? 413, getting up there. Few fallen heroes, lots of armored, 1 Vidganga and some Noctairs. That should be a good fight. It's in a forest though, which kind of sucks. Gonna make it very grindy fighting in the forest again. Don't even, you know what, just end the whole turn, let them come. Our positioning is fine, although we can move 1 down. David Ironheart didn't give him a fucking... That's true, I'm not dead. I feel happy. No, you're not, it was stone dead in a minute. I feel fine. I can't take him like that. Oh, do us a favor. Old boys, they're almost in position. Okay, we can start dishing out the damage in the next turn. I don't know if I'm even going to use any crossbow bolts. I mean, just ammo. Spending ammo on these lads almost doesn't seem worth it. Almost. So I was just thinking that in terms of the shopping list of items we want to buy, considering we are going to go for 3 dedicated archers, I think we want 3 warbows. We do need to buy more warbows. So if we can come across warbows for a decent price, we should certainly pick them up. Lads, remember when you're fighting mixed groups of zombies and nachtzers, don't drop any corpses other than on the front line. You want to give those nachtzers a free buff. I think of the 1,500 hours I've put into Battle Brothers, I probably heard this song the most. Oh, sneeze. These fighting spears are amazing when it comes to unarmored targets, like these nachtzers. Lucky. I don't know how you missed the stationary zombie, but whatever. Oh, crunch. What's the most satisfying weapon to get a kill with? I would suppose that the answer is mace. For the sound effect, that thunk, crunch. I mean, the dagger is really satisfying, but it's like a little snick sound. Hit. Very nice. Nice. These missions are so good. Our low-level guys have gotten such excellent XP over the last few missions. It's been really good. Oh, yes. For the first time in a very long time, I'm actually feeling like the tier 3 spears might actually be viable. I mean, lowest damage of all the tier 3 weapons, but it's just so wonderfully consistent. I suppose that's going to let me down in the biggest fights when you just need huge amounts of damage quickly against armor. Nice, another tier 3 cleaver, which we are going to need for our new torturer. Well fought, boys. Levels on Lelouch. He's going to need Colossus without question. Still, his hit points are super low, but you know, that's what you expect from a retired soldier. Round shield, maybe? Onward, boys. While taking inventory last night, Trevor Belmont had a little too much to drink and ended up losing a hand axe. Had him brought to you, and the man, swaying on his feet, still reeks of alcohol. Hiccups as he tries to explain himself, but the best he can do is collapse to the ground in a drunken heap. Man laughs and laughs, but you see nothing funny about this. Sparrow 4 asks what you want to do with him. Everyone makes mistakes. He is our best fighter. The drunkard falls onto his back, staring aimlessly at the sky. You see tears in his eyes and he covers his face, trying to hide his shame. There's something about him and his past that you do not know. Perhaps something that led him to the drink in the first place. You can't possibly punish a man for what he cannot control. My sight. Eventually I might want to whip him just to get that drunkenness off of him. Actually, now would have been the time though, because his morale is so high. But if he were to desert me because I whipped him, I would be gutted. Let's smash the greenskin invasion. We're already winning. Dead bodies, some cleaved in twain, others rather peaceful with but a few darts poking their backs. Both forms of finality are a sure sign of greenskins being close. Ten unhold, that's actually tempting. We can absolutely beat these unhold. And that's going to be a lot of unhold bones. I think I need that. Just get to even ground. I think I want my best fighters in for this one though, because that is pretty scary. It is a risk though, because if we get really badly hurt and injured here now, we then got to take on that warlord. But I mean, I could probably get 2, maybe even 3 sets of bone plating, and I need 1, 2, 3, 4. I need those bones. Archer, 3. Let's see here, Mace Raider, Shield Breaker there. There's my Bannerman on the flank, Hammer Raider there. Hang on, I'm confused now. Where's the other two-handed mace user? There he is, Forrester Roman. He needs to be in this fight. He's one of the better ones. Well, 4, 4, 5, and 6 are my lowest boys. Yes, okay, so Torturer, the lowest level guy in the middle, he shouldn't actually be in this fight. Eric the Red needs to be there as a shield breaker. Mace, Bannerman, Hammer. Forrester Roman go there. Who's the highest level out of these boys? Level 6. Looks like it's the highest level. My Bannerman then gets that. Where's the other shield breaker that uses arrows? Quick weapons check. All looks good. Although I don't think I want both of my mace lads together. Could put the hammer guy on the flank and then mace guy goes there. That'll do. Okay, this is scary. It's a pretty damn good starting position though. So much so that I don't think we move. Although no, we do need to take this bit of height advantage here. There's a lot of them that do a lot of damage, and they're going to mess with our lines, the line formations. I'm hoping that these drop-offs will help make that harder for them. Okay, Sealand. I don't think Sealand needs to be throwing his javelins just yet. Just keep with the crossbow. Oh. You top lads focus that one. Everyone on the bottom focus that one. What? Halfway to his hit points, that's not bad. I think I need the hit point indicator on for this fight, just so I can make sure I focus down the lower level unholds. Hold the line, lads. You have to net that one, that's for sure. Eric the Red. Stand by to help finish that one off. I just got to pick the right time for Cilia Sodus to get involved. Similar for Forrester Roman. Oh, those javelins. What we have with that one is his regen will proc, then the bleeding will proc. Oof, that's very bad. Rip Shitberto looks like. Need to get reinforcements over there immediately. Fuck, is he fleeing already? Oh no. There should be a sergeant fairly close to him though. They're so disruptive. Everyone release the hounds. Boys, 1 down, 9 to go. Feels like this is the end for Shitberta. How I get him out of there. Where is my sergeant? Sergeant's not on the field. Oh, that is the sergeant. That's in Endarion. Okay, he needs to get over there as quick as he can. At least with him being stunned, he doesn't flee. Ah, didn't work. I actually realized I should have given the scimitar to Sambo. Done more damage. The unarmored unholds. 2 down, 10 to go. Immune to stun. And dodged. Oh, good damage. Get over there, Creeper Jack. If I can somehow get him out of this alive, I'll be so pleased. Shitberto, that is. Ooh, the match was incredibly hard and incredibly frustrating, and I lost 1-0. It wasn't a complete dicing, but the dice were, I would say, 60-40 in his favor, which is not what I needed. It's just so fucking frustrating having every single block you throw the entire game. You're either at dodge disadvantage or block disadvantage. So now I'm 1-1 and 2 in the tournament, so not good. One more and Shitberto's dead. Oof. Is that a strike down or a kill? Knockback loader rack. I think that's a kill. Bark, Creeper Jerk, strike. Yeah, that's dead. Rip Shitberto. Fuck's sake. When did Frosty say he was going to be able to play? Oof. We gotta just keep on him, keep messaging him. He's a very busy guy, fortunately. Fuck's sakes, I've just lost my dagger specialist. Which sucks. It's not the absolute worst. I mean, in the super late game which we're approaching, dagger specialists fall off anyway. Nice, good hit. Oh, rip. Alright, go John Wick on their asses, boys. Oh, fucking hell, I didn't even see that one. Getting a second torturer in the group is going to be huge for us. In fact, we might even look to hire a third. Considering that we have these lads we need to replace now. Dog killing bastard! J. Griff, after my game, God, I was fucking furious. Just so disappointing. I mean, I was quite pleased with my performance. I think I played okay. I only made one howler of a mistake where I moved a player without considering it a dodge zone. But overall, that's not bad. No, I lost 1-0. Which, I mean, for Amazons, he really should have beaten me by more than that. I mean, he can dodge at will. Every block he throws, he has block or dodge advantage. I mean, I blitzed and managed to injure his mighty blow piling on blitzer on turn 2. Then he APO'd it and I couldn't get her off the field again. And then that was pretty much the end for me. And also, in the second half, the armor rolls and the injuries got more even. But in the first half, the injuries and armor breaks were dead even, which is insane considering I've got like 8 or 9 armor and he's got 7 straight armor. I lost count the amount of times I hit a level 7 Amazon and armor doesn't break, and then she hits my 9 armor Chaos Warrior and bam, knocked out. And then I had a chance to equalize at the end of the first half. I needed to have 2 go for it's on a goat and then a pickup and a throw, but I rolled 2 1s on the go for it attempts. Well, the armor rolls, it's pure RNG. Just got to try and not get pissed off and just remind myself it's just bad luck. These things happen. But I can see why Chaos aren't that popular. It is so frustrating, just having no skills. I mean, fine, you have a strength advantage most of the time. But, like, fine, you get to throw 2 dice, but then, you know, when you add block and dodge disadvantage, the extra dice don't really matter. And also the thing is, I kind of get that you can really only play them as a bashy team, like a super bashy team at the top end of their TV. And that doesn't appeal to me at all. So after this tournament, I don't see myself playing Chaos like ever. We lost Shitberto though. Damn. He's a long-standing, long-serving lad as well. That's the first big death we've had in quite a while. I did get my Minotaur, and I got 1 more level up, and it's so fucking frustrating. I've got 4 lads who are like one event away from leveling up. I've got a level 5 goat. I've got a 5 SPP goat, a 4 SPP chaos warrior, a 2 SPP warrior, a 3 SPP goat. Yeah, with another good game, I should be doing quite well. Levels. So I've held my level up. I'm assuming I'm going to be playing against the dwarves in the next game because they're just below me. So I think I'm going to have to mutate Claw on one of my lads. Okay, I need one of these boys to go onto the front line now. I think it's going to have to be Ruskar. Now, where's that one-handed hammer? Tell me I sold it. Oh, no, I think it's sitting on the back line. Yeah, there you go. Have you nerds carrying a dagger? Nope. A mace, hammer, axe, cleave, sword. And then David Ironheart will, once he gets leveled up. I feel like I kind of need my hammer lads to be part of the front line, and then just my 2 mace lads will step forward like that. Maybe for David Ironheart, we just level him as a hammer tank. Because really, I can only afford two raiders in this campaign. Like Ruskar, we could take Killing Frenzy and Shield Expert, and that's still really fucking good. I mean, the Warhammer is amazing. But if I'm then not using, I mean, even if I level him as a tank, I could still use the 2-handed Warhammer. It'll just have to be against enemies when they don't have archers. Oh, 15 out of 16. We've got space for one more. Level 5, Raymar the Archer. Get in there. We put our sergeant on the flank and our, where's the bannerman? Yeah, bannerman, sergeant. So we're getting close to what the final setup is going to look like. Shield breaker on the inside. Shield breaker on the inside next to the mace raiders. That's going to change though. Archer, crossbowman, ninja. Eventually the backline will look like bannerman, mace raider. This will be ninja, archer, 3 archers in the middle, flanked by 2 ninjas, another mace raider, another and the sergeant. And then honestly, Kritikoi and George Warhammer, I don't think I'm going to retire them. They are defensive monsters. They're so good at holding off the flank. And then we have a one-handed mace tank. I need to tweak this front 5 formation though. Eventually we'll have Trevor Belmont the Torturer with Lelouch the Eye, another Torturer there. Maybe it'll be Hammer Tank, Torturer, Axe Tank. It gives us a lot of armor solutions. And then Creeper Jack and Samuel Lothbrock will be the 2 frontline reserves. Because we need 13 in total, 11 for frontline duty and 2 for reserves. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Cool. So these are our lads. Arguably, I could even do away with the shield breakers, but I think that the shield breakers are just so good. They're so versatile. Righto. Good episode. We'll take a little break there, and when we come back, we can expect that we are going to have to take on this Orc Warlord. Okay, so Bitcoin. Look at George Warhammer with his 68 melee skill at level 12. They're garbage. I could maybe find a better tank, but I mean, look at his hit points. 350 effective average EHP. Just mustn't forget in a fight like that, Samo should keep his scimitar. That scimitar could have been good at inflicting wounds. Now, Sergeant Elendarion, I'm quite looking forward to seeing him do some work with his flail. I feel like it might be time for him to start doing flail work. 24, he'll be exhausted very quick. Let's put him in some slightly more reasonable armor. Oh, that's better. Only 9 melee defense at level 8 is not good. But he's a heavy armor user, so armor should keep him alive. This coat of plates we'll hang on to until we can get a spider silk upgrade thingy. Whatever that's called. Hammer Raider, spam, Archer, fine, Torturer. Hang on to that. Cool. When we come back, Warlord time.